Hey guys, welcome to a special talk.
An Oscar edition on Hollywood's biggest morning. Oscar nominations were announced this morning, and we're here to talk about them.
85th Annual Academy Awards are going to be in February,
Yeah.
and the nominations came out
Which will
today.
be Hollywood's biggest night. But today's the morning.
Nominations came out,
Yeah,
and
we're going to talk about our reactions to them. Jimmy?
Yeah.
Overall reaction? Really solid.
Solid.
I think
Pretty
it was really
surprising.
solid. Compared
There
to
were
last
some-
year,
There were
I
some
didn't even watch
shockers
last
in
year.
there.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest shocker is Tom Hardy getting snubbed for Best Hairstyle in The Dark Knight Rises.
The Dark Knight Rises got no nominations, which is really surprising.
Well,
Like, huge snub, especially in the visual effects department.
I think the only nomination, and I'm going to get crucified for this, I'm sure. The only nomination it truly deserves is cinematography. The prologue alone,
I think
prologue alone is Oscar worthy.
visual effects wise, though, the Academy often confuses visual effects for meaning CGI. And a lot of the effects in The Dark Knight Rises were practical effects. I mean, they turned a plane upside down in the sky.
Yeah.
I think that deserves some kind of...
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You
again,
know,
the
accolade.
prologue alone.
Yeah.
Visual
prologue
effects
alone.
and cinematography are, I think, the only things that movie's worthy of in terms of. I mean, I don't
A
think
lot of people disagree with
I
that.
think The Dark Knight
honestly-
is worthy of many more awards.
I agree. The
Dark
Dark
Knight,
Knight,
yeah,
even
it's-
Batman Begins, I think production design. I don't think the production
Yeah.
design in The Dark Knight Rises
Yeah.
deserves anything.
But let's talk
But
about...
I have to say, a lot of the flack I think I'm giving The Dark Knight Rises because it's a heavy year full of a lot of great competition. I don't think it's because necessarily The Dark Knight Rises is terrible.
But
Any other year.
Let's talk about... All right.
Let's talk about Best Picture. Let's just
Best
get into it.
Picture.
Dive
They
into it.
nominated 9. They probably could have done 10. Amour is the biggest shocker of the...
Amour and Beast
of
of Southern
Hollywood's
Wild.
biggest morning.
Amour is amazing.
I haven't
It's
seen it. A
amazing.
lot of people haven't seen it,
Yeah.
but like Michael Haneke really is kind of cleaning up. And Beast of the Southern Wild getting a Best Picture
The movie
nomination.
was
Love
made
that.
on a dime.
Yeah, a great surprise, honestly. I
Yeah.
think that's a real... I mean, it was a really good movie, and to see an indie movie like that, it's kind of like this year's Little Miss Sunshine in terms of accolades, except less famous people in it.
Yeah.
No
and a
famous
better
people.
movie.
Yeah, and
But
so,
Lincoln took top honors with 11 award nominations.
Spielberg back.
So
Return to grace.
I
for
honestly
Spielberg.
think that this could be a Spielberg year, where
They miss him.
I think the Academy has this long love affair, which is very evident with Spielberg, and they want to love
The
him.
Academy also has
But
a huge
but
love
Warhorse
affair.
was not lovable.
The Academy has a huge love affair with nominating Quentin Tarantino as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool to see it in there. Quentin Tarantino has kind of occupied this middle space of making these pop movies and also having like the Academy love him. So it's interesting
Well
to see a
deserved
movie.
this year.
Yeah,
I think it's well deserved.
It's an
this
awesome
year.
movie.
In my opinion, Best Picture, it's a perfect list except for one thing. I would replace Les Mis with The Master, and then it's a perfect list for me.
I would
See,
add
they
the
could have
Master to
added the
there.
Master.
That's true. That's
because
true.
they only had 9 nominations and they could have 10. So I don't,
Yeah.
it's a weird thing.
I mean, the way it works though is it's like a percentage thing.
Yeah,
you
it's
need
like
a
a
certain
weird-
amount.
It's like a 5% vote
Yeah.
for it. Then
Yeah.
it'll
Next
make it
category,
floor.
Jimmy. What do you want to talk about?
I mean, let's just talk about. Let's just look at the Best Picture compared with the Best Director.
This was
this
the
is-
biggest
this is-
surprise.
This is a
Whittling
big. This
down
is a
on
big
what's gonna
shocker.
Catherine
Right.
be.
Bigelow did not get nominated, which she's been the front runner
Yeah.
for ever since this movie
I mean,
started
it's-
gaining momentum.
It's gonna be very interesting with the Golden Globes being on Sunday,
She's probably gonna win.
because this is like one of the first times ever where the Golden Globes are having after the Oscar
Mm-hmm.
nomination. So people are gonna be walking on the red carpet and they're gonna be like, "Ooh, you got snubbed. You got snubbed." There's
I
gonna
mean,
be
Catherine
like,
Bigelow has been winning a bunch of awards from
Right.
critics circles. This is a huge surprise.
and
Yeah,
also,
but
I
she
mean,
won last. She won with the Hurt Locker.
Yeah,
and-
but I think that
No, I agree. I think it was incredibly a well-made film, and
Yeah.
I think it kind of was a snub. But the competition on this list is.
I think-
to
absolutely
see Ben Zeitlin get nominated is really
awesome.
exciting.
I love that.
That's
I
crazy.
love that.
Again,
Michael Haneke,
Beast
I
of the
love
Southern
that.
Wild is having a much bigger year than I thought it would.
I really
Yeah.
hope David O. Russell gets this.
I'd
I
love
think-
to see David O. Russell.
I
win.
think it's Silver Linings Playbook and Lincoln are the two front runners right
Which
now.
is really cool because they couldn't be more different movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, also, you want to look at the strength of Silver Linings Playbook. Every one of the acting categories
Yeah,
has
somebody in it.
has somebody
in it.
from, and even Robert De Niro, which is just
Robert
like
De
amazing.
Niro, which a
How
lot of people
about
didn't
that?
see coming, but I really
How
thought he would.
Totally worthy. Totally
Yeah.
worthy.
I mean, that's
Amazing.
just
And
crazy.
seeing
So
Jackie
good.
Weaver get nominated is really
Yeah.
great. A lot of people don't know that she's Australian,
Yeah.
which is kind of crazy.
I would say out of the 4 nominees, she's probably the least likely to win, but it was really great seeing her.
But we
Yeah.
also have some
She's great in that
history.
movie.
We also have some history in the lead actress category. We have the youngest and the oldest
I think
nominated lead actress ever.
I think that's true. Emmanuel Riva is the oldest. She's at 85. She's the oldest.
I'm just going to call her Miss Wallace from Beasts of the Southern Wild. She's a little girl. I can't pronounce her first name.
She was so
I'd rather not
amazing
butcher her first name.
Yeah, I don't want to butcher
She is amazing. I'd love to see her win, but I think the Academy is probably going to have a really hard time deciding whether they wanted to give it to Jennifer Lawrence more or Jessica Chastain more. Because they're both incredible, and they're both young, and they both have been nominated. Has kind of been having this touch and go love affair with them the last 2 years.
Right.
So I think that it's going to be. I think it's a real neck and neck race between those.
I mean,
two.
they're just dancing around and towards each other.
I haven't seen Zero Dark 30 yet. I'd personally love to see Jennifer Lawrence win, just because I think she's been putting in such a great few years. But Jessica Chastain has also had an incredible few years.
They're both amazing
performances. And I'm slightly in love with both of them. So I think I'd love to see either of them win.
I love the fact that Naomi Watts was nominated for The Impossible.
Yeah, I mean, Naomi Watts in The Impossible is unbelievable. She totally devotes herself to the role.
The Impossible didn't get as much recognition as people thought it might.
But I was not surprised to see that she got nominated. I was a little saddened to see Naomi Watts. I was a little saddened though to see that neither of the kids from The Impossible got nominated because they give just as much of standout performance. Yeah.
If I had to unpolitically in the Academy way, just pick my favorite of the list, it would be Emmanuel Riva in Amore. I think she really was fantastic.
And she might. I mean, Amore. It's really surprising with how many nominations it's getting.
But politically, I think you're right. It's between probably Chastain and Lawrence.
But Amore got nominated both in foreign language film and Best Picture, which is not.
We were talking about that.
It's a very exclusive club.
Crouching Tiger was the last, maybe.
Perhaps. I haven't checked. Really know. Now let's talk about supporting actor because
Leo,
nothing.
That boy, man. I don't know. Maybe you get a new agent. I don't know what's going on.
A lot of people have been wondering why Christoph Waltz was nominated in Django Unchained. I think he's eminently watchable in every movie he does, especially in Django Unchained. Yeah. But a lot of people have been saying, well, compared to Hans Landa in *Inglourious Basterds*, it's kind of very similar. He's doing a lot of the similar cadences. He's yeah, I mean, it's a different character, but, like, it's not...
I mean, it's Tarantino dialogue, and it's the same guy.
Yeah, it's not like the transformation that Sam Jackson had in Django, or that, DiCaprio had in Django.
But, I mean, Jamie Foxx.
This is a really tough...
Jamie Foxx is also left up this list, too, and he was really great.
Supporting actors are a really tough category, because Alan Arkin... I mean, he's always great. That was a weird nomination.
I think it's throwing more love at Argo that maybe isn't justified. I think...
Yeah. Alan Arkin also, like, he won for Little Miss Sunshine very deservedly.
Yeah.
But, like, this... It seems like with all respect to Mr. Arkin, it seems like you're coming to the end of your life kind of thing.
Yeah.
Let's nominate you. But this could really go to anybody, except him, honestly.
I mean, Tommy Lee Jones in Lincoln is incredible and important.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
One of the biggest snubs of the year. One of the biggest snubs in the years in this category for me, and that's Matthew McConaughey in Killer Joe. Though I guess that might be a lead actor, even though you could say Emile Hirsch is the lead actor in that movie. But if he was nominated for a supporting actor, I honestly thought
some people, specifically IndieWire, put him as a pick to get nominated for Magic Mike.
Yeah, that's true too. Like, he had such a phenomenal year before.
He got a Golden Globe
nomination. Killer Joe and Magic Mike.
I think all the acting categories are going to be really, really
supporting actress, almost without fail, will go to Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, even though it should go to Amy Adams.
I think it'll go to Helen Hunt.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think
she was fantastic.
I think Anne Hathaway doesn't have an Oscar yet, and this is a really big deal.
But look at Hugh Jackman in Les Mis. He was amazing too.
He was amazing.
He was so good in Les Mis.
Yeah, I'm really hoping in that category, Daniel Day-Lewis will win.
Yeah, he will win.
I'm really pulling for Bradley.
Bradley
to
Cooper.
See Bradley Cooper win for that movie would be huge, and I'd love to see that happen.
I've never really been a Bradley Cooper fan until I saw Silver Linings, and I'm totally on that train.
I don't think Joaquin Phoenix will win, if for no other reason than that the Academy probably doesn't think he'll appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah,
but they did give it to Sean Penn twice, who has made very clear that he doesn't.
Yeah, they gave it to Brando, and he didn't even show up.
Yeah, but I'd love to see Bradley Cooper win. That'd be a huge...
It's going to be tough. I mean, all the acting categories are really...
If it was up to me, I would give all the awards to Silver Linings Playbook.
All right, can I say the biggest snub of the entire list for me is Mihai Malamar being snubbed for the Master of Cinematography. What the...
Yeah, as beautiful as Django looks, that's a really nice-looking movie. The Master is striking every shot.
Robbie Richardson is consistent in Django and in all of his movies. It's great, but The Master is,
Django to me looks great the way a movie looks, like a well-made movie looks great. The Master had unique cinematography, striking cinematography.
And just, did 80% of the work.
I don't know. I wasn't that moved by the cinematography.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
that's Jimmy
there you go.
with the unpopular opinion.
Sorry, guys. I saw the movie.
Let's talk.
I'm glad to see that Wes Anderson got some love from Moonrise Kingdom and Best Original
That's really
Screenplay.
cool. Skyfall got nominated. It's kind of like, I've heard it compared in the last few hours to like this year's Dark Knight.
Yeah.
That it's kind of like the popcorn movie that's getting nominations, and it's cool. That was a gorgeous movie.
Completely justified.
Cinematography, I mean, amazing. And to see Adele win a best song would be really cool.
I mean, look, it's really going to be between Adele and Suddenly and Les Mis, but which is such a weird original song to do.
Yeah, because I mean, there's so many better songs.
I mean, the only time whenever I hear Suddenly, I only think of Suddenly from Mr. Bean when he's like, Suddenly.
It's weird because Les Mis obviously is a musical that's existed for years.
It is an original song.
This is an original song. All the rest of the songs in Les Mis obviously aren't.
Here's the question
I mean, everything else in Les Mis is so much...
Ted got a nomination. Everybody needs a friend.
When was the last time a Bond film was nominated or won a best song?
I
actually don't know.
Oh, I think
probably Live and Let Die.
Was it
Duran Duran, I think.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Let's just talk. I just want to get into a few smaller categories.
Oh, it's View to Kill. I thought it was Paul McCartney.
Best Animated Feature, which isn't really a small category, but this is a tight race. I personally pulling for Paranorman all the way.
Totally.
I think Paranorman, in terms of craft, in terms of story, I think it's an amazing film.
Yeah.
It's my second favorite film of the year, after Silver Lining. So to see that win,
I've seen Wreck-It. I haven't seen Frankenweenie, and I haven't seen. I haven't seen Frankenweenie, but I've seen Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph is incredible.
Wreck-It Ralph might be what beats it, but I think Paranorman is the win.
I think Wreck-It Ralph is incredible, but I think it's a little too mainstream. Paranorman is really, really, really good.
Yeah.
Pirates is also really funny and.
I think though, if they're going to give it to a stop motion movie, they're going to give it to
I don't think Brave has a chance.
Yeah, I think it's between Wreck-It Ralph and Paranorman, and I think it's going to go to Paranorman.
Can I also say that I think
people really like Frankenweenie though. So.
Denzel Washington was very good in Flight. I don't think Flight was a very good movie, but Denzel Washington was very good in it. Jack Black and Bernie should have been on that list.
Yeah,
he was.
He got nominated. He got a Golden Globe nomination.
Oh, did he?
I think so.
I don't even pay attention to the Golden Globes because
I will be.
It's so
this Sunday.
Yeah.
And
Find me with a board of wine
night.
and cheese. I will be there.
Oh, nicely.
I won't be there.
So,
I'll be,
nearby. Those are kind of the big... We talked about the big kind of...
Effects? Is there any other thing that you think?
Prometheus got an effects nod, and also the Avengers. I'm really...
And now the Academy Award nominated Snow White and the Huntsman.
Look, say what you will about Snow White and the Huntsman had incredible effects.
That's true. I think
some of the most original effects.
For my money, Prometheus had the best visual effects.
I agree. It's a terrible movie, but I agree.
I don't think it's a terrible movie.
It's not a terrible movie.
I mean, the effects are photoreal. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah,
it's pretty incredible.
So
well deserved there.
Makeup. There's 3 nominees. They couldn't get Cloud Atlas in there. It's like pretty incredible.
That's kind of.
It's really odd.
That's odd.
I think there's a reason Cloud Atlas isn't in there. I like Cloud Atlas a whole lot.
Do you think it's Hollywood politics?
I don't know.
You think they're biased against transgender?
No,
people?
no. Oh no, of course not. No. Now you're.
Do you think it's
because
it's 3 hours long? Do you think it's because it's 3 hours long?
3.5 hours.
People didn't watch.
No,
their
it's just. I think
too many directors.
I think the transformation of races.
It's a $500 million art film.
Oh, people were
afraid to put light on that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Some people were offended by how they did that, but. I mean,
I think it's the opposite of politics. It's not wanting to get into politics.
Yeah, they're just
washing my hands with it.
Let's just talk about documentary feature. Let's just go on. Let's think about that.
I've seen Searching for Sugar Man, The Gatekeepers, and that's it.
I think it's gonna go to either How to Survive the Plague or The Invisible War because they're both kind of political movies, and they kind of they're approaching, political. Subject matter.
Searching for Sugar Man, though, has gotten a lot of love.
That's true. It has gotten a lot of love. I think, though, I honestly do think a lot of Academy members don't watch a lot of the movies that they vote for. And How to Survive the Plague and The Invisible War are both, really poignant kind of, political subject matter. Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure that they are.
I'm shocked that
based
The
on
Imposter
name alone,
didn't get in.
I'm very shocked. The Imposter was amazing. I think a lot of people probably feel like it's kind of riding that line of not documentary, which has kind of been
our audience is probably pissed that Indie Game the movie didn't get.
That's an amazing film. Indie Game the movie, go check it out. It's awesome. So I mean, those are the kind of the big categories.
That's everything I really want to see.
Top 5 movies for the year.
Top 5 movies of the year.
Andrew?
Top 5: The Master, Amour, Django Unchained, Zero Dark 30, Silver Linings Playbook, but not in that order. Silver Linings Playbook would probably be my number 1.
Jimmy?
I'm gonna go with The Impossible, cried my eyes out through the entire time.
I haven't seen it.
It's incredible. The Impossible, Zero Dark 30, Django Unchained, Les Mis, and Silver Linings Playbook.
Granted, I haven't seen a lot of them yet, so I'm gonna go Paranorman, Silver Linings Playbook, and that's what I got so far. No.
Silver Linings Playbook.
I might take out Les Mis and put the
no,
Avengers.
I
might take out the Les Mis.
I really love Les Mis. Actually, I'll put the Avengers in there because I love that.
The Avengers,
great movie.
And Looper. I'm gonna put Looper in my top 5.
That's another thing we didn't talk about. Looper got snubbed. Looper totally got snubbed.
It was never. Give Rian Johnson a few more years and he'll probably be an Academy guy.
I feel you.
I think it was worthy of these things, but I just don't think the Academy.
It was a hell of a year. It was a hell of a year.
It was
hell
a
of a year in cinema
year for movies, and we are excited for Hollywood's biggest night, and this is Hollywood's biggest morning. So let us know what you think. Let us know what you think. Do you think The Dark Knight Rises should have been nominated? I'm gonna put a guess out there. I think you do.
Yeah, I think you do. But hey, so check out our Oscar ballot.
Yes.
And vote at home with your friends. And
yeah,
you can download one of these fancy movie clips powered by Zephyr ballots here.
Bring it to your friends. Show them how cool you are. Show them how many you got right.
Check it out, and then you can brush up
at sound editing.
You can brush up with our annotated video and watch trailers and clips from all the films that are nominated this year.
So comment below, watch the videos, let us know what you think. Until then, I'm Ryan.
Jimmy.
Andrew.
Hollywood's biggest morning.